So I'm going to read two poems that I wrote. I'll read the first one, and then if we have time, I'll read the second one. This piece is called Under the Same Sun. Dear Pakistan, I am sorry. Dear New York, Central Park was where I could finally breathe again. It was grass hills and underground concerts and strangers on street corners that walked with purpose. Someday, I will come back for you. Dear Gaza, you are the memory I know too well and have barely lived through. You are the 11-month-old lifeless bodies that keep me up at night. You are stolen heartbeats and broken hymns. You are the olive trees that cast shadows on the footprints of the ones who will never leave their beloved homeland behind. In 48 hours, you taught me defiance. Dear Geneva, marzipan, truffles, and seaside reflections, thank you for the stillness. Dear Islamabad, you are shotguns on rooftops and fresh lychee juice. You are target practice and seamless landscapes. You are handmade paper and the craft of understanding that I was meant for more than this. You are familiarity and new beginnings. You are the place that I go to feel loved. Dear Providence, I lost faith on a Tuesday morning in June under the summer sky. Jazz clubs and poems and used bookshops on Friday nights. For the conversations I was finally able to have about God, thank you. I am whole because of you. Dear Beirut, you are open arms and displacement. It was on the staircase of the refugee camp that I finally forgave myself. Dear Alexandria, walks on the Corniche with dark blue skies on bridgetops and the power to believe in grace. Mint chocolate chip ice cream overflowing from waffle cone with my friend by my side. You gave me inner peace when I needed it the most. Dear Pakistan, I am sorry. Dear Berlin, I only squeezed the raspberries between my fingers so hard because I was trying to understand sniper wounds in the back of men's jawlines that I recognized from a television screen in the hotel lobby. Dear Kabul, it's like trying to beg lung of an exiled silence. I want a funeral for the displaced that you crowned with guilt. I want Allah for the ones who stayed. Dear Istanbul, I still wear the charm bracelet when I want to feel safe. Dear Dahab, it was starlight constellations that forced me to dream again. Feet dangling on the dock as the waves crashed beneath me, it was those 5 days on an October night that made me want the world again. Dear Boston, I cannot hear your name without thinking what could have been. Dear Johannesburg, trampolines and small cottages on mountains with ripened mangoes. I could not stop myself from jumping because I did not want to stop feeling alive. Dear Pakistan, I am sorry. Dear Baghdad, you are the reoccurring nightmare that leaves tear stains etched into my skin. Dear Toronto, you are important to me simply because you hold my future. That little boy and girl that walk your streets in the morning with backpacks and smiles, take care of them. They are my niece and my nephews. Dear Damascus, you are the influx of human veins that look at me for guidance. Fire may have taken silver teapots and flesh, but it will never take the soil beneath your feet. Dear Dubai, I was left wondering what kinds of serenity the desert would have to offer us if we didn't always build skyscrapers over it. Dear Zermatt, the moon helped heal the bruises. Dear Frankfurt, you were right. The secret to making baklava is pistachios roasted in rose water. Dear Pakistan, I am sorry. Dear Burlington, it was lakeside fireworks and holding my brother's hand on New Year's Eve that forced me to realize how little of him I know and how much had been taken from him. Dear Lahore, you are the sequins of dust on my ancestors' shoulders. You are the home that my grandmother found after partition. It is only love. Nothing can cut with such precision. Dear Cairo, you always seemed bigger than the silence I carried around. Dear Hamilton, sidewalks covered in chalk drawings and the innocence of youth. It is only because of you that I now know that scars on a friend's wrists are never an accident. Dear Doha, I did not speak for a year after leaving you, in fear of being heard. Dear Montreal, someday. Dear Jeddah, VHS tapes remind me of old neighborhoods because of the memories they captured of family friends and dinner parties. No one knew what was coming. Dear Newport, I still think it's a great idea to take a road trip at midnight and break into sailboats docked by the sea. Dear London, there isn't always something to say. I know that now. Dear Pakistan, when I come to you, it will be winter, melodic symphonies and dust. You will ask me what took so long, and I will tell you where I've been. Thank you.